Do you want to earn more? Create a second income for yourself and finally be able to buy that supercar you've always wanted? Do you want to make money without doing anything? Well, this video is not for you. I'm sorry to ruin the atmosphere, but earning more is not as simple as watching a YouTube video or taking a course for a couple $100s. It takes more than that, but don't despair. Because there are still small things we can do to earn a little extra money each month. Maybe we won't reach a full salary, but even earning $100 minus $200 a month, or even $300 in the best cases, is not bad. In 2023, with the inflation on everyone's expenses, having a little extra money each month, either to cover expenses or simply to spend on something we like, comes in handy. In this video, I want to tell you about some small things you can do to earn some extra money. First of all, I want to clarify that all the methods I'm going to talk about are not like many would have you believe. Those methods of making money without doing anything don't exist. They are pure science fiction. However, these methods I'm going to share are not complicated. I'm quite convinced that 80% of you already know how to do at least 2 of these methods, so let's see if you fall into this 80%. These methods are really within reach of everyone. One simple method is participating in market research or paid surveys. Ideally, companies want to know as much as possible about their customers or potential customers, so that they can have more information to make informed decisions. With the right information, entrepreneurs can make better choices, not based on opinions but on facts. Companies are willing to pay real money for this information. These insights can be gathered through simple online surveys or, in more complex cases, through focus groups, which are a kind of evolution of surveys, a sort of meeting. Participating in these research activities is really simple. No specific skills are required, unless it's for very specific cases. Just search on Google for paid surveys or paid focus groups, and you will find dozens of websites that deal with them. The payment for these surveys varies, but generally is based on duration or complexity, and usually ranges from $8 to $10 per hour, which is not bad at all. By participating in surveys for just an hour a week, you can earn approximately $40 extra per month, which is not bad. The second method requires a bit more skills. It's being a social media manager. It's a job that requires certain competences that cannot be improvised overnight. So, I'm not suggesting that you immediately take on this job that is usually done for big companies and brands. However, if you take on this job and apply it to small local businesses in your city, then it becomes more within your reach. Even in 2023, many entrepreneurs are more traditional and may not be active on social media or may have social media pages that are not being fully utilized. I'm talking about all kinds of business: restaurants, hair salons, bakeries, gyms. So don't just think about big companies. In some cases, being well positioned on social media can make a difference in finding new customers or retaining existing ones. Simply open up a new communication channel. My advice is to initially offer your services to 3 or 4 companies and do their advertising completely free of charge. This will serve you initially to gain experience, but above all to create a portfolio that you can later show to other companies, where you can of course ask for payment. By doing this, you will be able to offer 2 types of services. Option 1. You can initially set up social media pages and then instruct the owners on how to manage them themselves from now on. Option 2. You can instead constantly take care of the production and management of their social media pages. In this case, the payment will not be one-time, but you will have to ask for a recurring amount, maybe weekly or monthly. If you manage to handle even just a couple of pages a month, you can easily make $200 extra per month, which is not bad either. The third method is pet sitting. Don't worry, you don't have to become a veterinarian. The basic requirements for this kind of job are two. You must love animals because you will also deal with animals that are not yours. So there will be no emotional attachment, and they will belong to strangers. The second point is that it is essential to have direct experience. If you have never had a dog, avoid taking care of other people's dogs because you are assuming a certain responsibility and you need to know what you are doing. The services that are in high demand are either taking care of the animals when the owners are away for work or vacation, or simply taking them out for a walk when the owners are unable to do so. If the owners don't have time or don't want to take their dogs out, that's where you come in. You simply have to take these animals out for their needs and bring them back home. Obviously, you can't charge much for this job, and if you expect to do it for just one animal, you will probably lose money considering car expenses and everything else. The solution is to try to take multiple animals for a walk at the same time. If you can take out 4 or 5 dogs, you can easily make $10 in just half an hour, so it can be quite profitable, but you need to organize yourself well. If you want to do something a little different and more sophisticated, you can do what is called pet sitting, which involves taking care of animals in a more comprehensive way. This can include feeding them, washing them, or administering medication. However, this requires more responsibilities if you have never done it before. If you want to engage in this type of activity, you can register on online platforms and search for pet sitting or dog sitting. The traditional method of distributing flyers also works for this type of activity and ensures that you only deal with your own city or town, so you won't have to travel far. The fourth method is Fiverr. You can register and offer your services. There are no limits. You can offer professional services, obviously performed by professionals in the field, such as 3D illustrations for almost $200 per service, or you can simply create Christmas greeting videos for $10. You need to know how to do something. But just as there are professionals, there are also amateurs who, of course, work for lower fees. Even relatively simple tasks on Fiverr are in high demand. Such tasks include adding subtitles, transcribing a video or an audio file. The fifth method is to create an online audience on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or Twitch. In 2023, there are still plenty of opportunities. It is not true that if you don't have an audience already, you are destined to never have one. You can easily create an online profile and slowly build an audience, even with the huge boom of influencers that already exists. However, this method has a problem, because initially creating an online profile and publishing content online will not earn you $1. In short, the person is saying that trying to make money online can be a waste of time and money, but it can eventually start to bring in some income if done well. Having an online presence with a following is important in 2023 and is almost like having a resume. They advise against entering popular sectors like travel, makeup, or fitness as they are difficult to stand out in. Instead, they suggest finding a small niche and sharing your passion and process with the world. Even having just 1,000 subscribers in a niche can be an opportunity. They also ask for feedback on the methods mentioned and offer to share more money-making ideas if the viewers are interested. That's all for today. Goodbye and until next time.